Hey everybody, welcome back. Today there are two big things to go over. The first thing we want to talk about is a 10,000 subscriber giveaway. If you want to know the details on that, just check out our Instagram link that is in the description below. If you want to be part of the giveaway, all you have to do is follow us on Instagram. We've already got a third-party person to pick out a name. Again, the name will be coming from our list of followers. Obviously, family and close friends are going to be excluded. I want to make sure this goes to a fan of Tenza Motorsports. We're pretty excited about that. We've been planning it for a while, so make sure you go down, check out our Instagram link in the description below. The second thing that's going on today, the engine's going back in. Now, before we put the engine in the car, we do want to do a transmission fluid change. Normally, what you would want to do is warm up the transmission and then drain it, and that way it helps all the fluids get out of there. But since the transmission is out of the car, I'd prefer to do it here, so I don't have to get back underneath the car again later. We've done that before, and it was a pain in the butt, and I got it all over my camera. It's gotta be getting, oh shit. This will be the third transmission we put the Royal Purple Synchromax in. We've been very happy with it for the first two cars, so we're gonna do it again here. We've heard that the M3 likes the Synchromax quite a bit, so we'll be putting in this 6-speed transmission. We'll be getting this put up here on the stools. We should be able to drain quite a bit out, maybe do some flushing. And then after that, the transmission goes back on the engine and the engine is ready to go back in. This engine has been ready to go in for a while. The only thing that I've been doing is kind of going around the car and just making sure that everything's buttoned up, that is absolutely ready to go. Because the last thing I want to do is get the engine put back in there and then go, oh, there's not room for me to do this project or whatever that I missed was. So I made a checklist and I've just been going around the car constantly, making sure that we are completely ready to put the engine back in. I am so unbelievably excited, so without any further ado, let's get this started. Well, what do you think? So the engine is in there. We are missing the engine mount on the passenger side because I couldn't seem to get the engine to, it was actually tilted like this. And so it was so far down on the passenger side, I couldn't slide the engine back in there and do the mount at the same time. I know that replacing engine mounts, you don't have to take the engine out. So in some form or another, people have lifted up engines and replaced the mounts while it's in there. So I'm assuming I can get the passenger one in there. The transmission is sitting on the scissor lift in the middle of the lift, which is really good because it keeps it all level, and then I'm not worried about this whole thing just sitting randomly, you know, tilted down with all the weight on the transmission. So I'm really happy with this. The engine is weighted really weird compared to like an M54. Like I said, this side here likes to lean over, so I'm not sure if there's a bunch of weight on that side, and that's why it's doing it. But tonight I would like to get the shifter put in, the drive shaft put back together, the transmission mounts, and the engine mounts. So those four things. If I can get those done tonight, I think we'll be in really good shape. And then once I can figure out all the wiring, put the computer back together for the engine management system and start to put all the accessories, everything back together, then we'll get to start doing some fun stuff like moving the seats and the steering wheel and the dash and transmission. We're doing a stereo because we found a speaker in the back. While I was doing the suspension in the back, I found one of the speakers was just completely ruined. So we're gonna go through this system. I'm not sure how in depth we're doing a stereo, if we're just gonna do like a replacement set of speakers, or if we're gonna like do like a subwoofer. I'm not sure yet. So I think for right now, we're just gonna be doing a replacement stereo system. So I'm not sure if we're doing the paper cones like it came with, or if we're gonna be doing a slight upgrade and using the stock amplifiers. Not quite sure yet, but for tonight, I'd like to do just those couple things and then we'll wrap it up. Well, it's getting late and I'm going to end the video here. I am very satisfied with the work that I completed today. So the only thing that I really fought was this transmission mount on this side. So the engine was actually crooked a little bit, and it must be weighted on this side more, because every time I go to pick it up, that side wants to come up and this side doesn't want to move. So I actually had to lower the lift and grab a piece of wood and a 3-ton jack and grab the control arm right here, actually the engine mount, and push straight up on that. And then I was able to get the engine up enough to slide in the engine mount. The other thing I was fighting was the engine was not completely even. It was actually forward a little bit. So once I got that figured out, I was able to get the transmission all put back together. Now I don't have the shifter right, because for some reason when I put it up there, it didn't go in straight, and it like got really snug and it won't let me spin it for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on, and I haven't been inside the car yet. So I still have to put the shifter together. But other than that, we're really on our way to getting all this put back together. And I'm just really hoping that there's not a lot of coding and tuning, because I am not super versed in that kind of stuff, and I'm gonna have to reach out to people for help. Oftentimes I get my cars tuned through Active Auto Work, who is also my supercharger supplier. They also helped us out on the E46 death cart that we did, tuning that because we made the car mad with the EWS system. So I'm very happy with all of this. There's one other thing that I'm a little bit concerned about, is that when I go to push the transmission up to put the mounts back where it needs to be, it's like really tight up in the transmission tunnel, and it's almost like that sound deadening, the foam that they stick in there. It's almost like it might be thicker. I'm not sure on the automatic, or maybe this transmission's bigger around. I'm not sure. But I'm gonna look into that. I might have to take out some of that foam that sits down the transmission tunnel. I don't think that's gonna be a huge deal for the owner of this car. This is gonna be a little bit more of a driver's car, a little bit more in touch with the car. So if there's a little bit more noise or feedback, I don't think that he will be necessarily upset that we took out a little bit of sound deadening. But I did notice that when I pushed it all the way up there, it was snug up against it. And so your shifter rod and stuff like that was like pressing into the foam, and when I brought it back down, there was imprints of where everything had been pushed up in. So it's a little bit weird. I'll look into that. Doesn't look like it's going to be anything major, so I'm not going to sweat it. Thanks everybody so much for watching. Check out our Instagram link in the description below. If you are interested in that 10,000 subscriber giveaway, make sure to go follow us on Instagram so that you can be a part of that. Also, if you are interested in some Tenza shirts or stickers, or maybe a hoodie, that's also available through our Instagram. Also, make sure to check out our Patreon link in the description below. That helps us out a ton. A lot of the projects that are on our cars can't be done without Patreon and other support. That helps us out way more than any of you realize. And on top of that, you get to see early ad-free access of our content way before it comes out to the public on YouTube. Thanks again so much for watching. We'll see everybody in the next video.